candy for you.
What?
Put that down. Merry Christmas, Santa.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. What is it?
Cheers.
Hello there. My name is Josh Moorhead, and I'm here to tell you the true tale of the movie Home Alone. The year is... Oh, cheers. The year is 1990, I think, and McAllister home is getting ready for their big trip to Eau Paris. The most important person to remember is young Kevin McAllister. He's not having any of this. Having this much people in the house is kind of bullshit, especially when they all tell you what to do all the time. And they're all like, oh, you're 8. Twist at the top. Joe Pesci is in there too, dressed as a police officer. He's snooping around because he's not really a police officer. He's a wet bandit. Oh, what's a wet bandit? It's not what you think it is. It's what I'll tell you it is. He's asking Kevin McAllister's dad, when are you going? Tomorrow. We just have to eat like a ton of pizza first. All right. It sounds like tomorrow's the perfect day for stealing your ice cream. And when you smile like that whole time, you got gold tooth. So they've got like this many pizzas. Kev wanted the cheese pizza, and his like older brother, Buzz, says like, oh, I ate your whole cheese pizza. So he pushes a chair into Buzz, and Buzz is like, blah, blah. So Kevin's in trouble now. Kevin is sentenced to the attic. Kevin said, I don't want to go up there. And she's like, you should have thought of that before you made old Buzzy Boy puke all over our weird Christmas dinner of 1,000 pizzas. And he says, I wish I never had to see you again. And she says, say it again. Maybe it'll come true. And then he says, yeah, I wish I would never see any of you again. Oh, she's hurt because it turns out mothers have feelings too. They wake up and they realize they don't have power. And then it's like, they all peace out to the airport. Kevin stumbles out of the attic and he's like, Mama? Papa? It'll Buzz? And he goes, I made my family disappear. Woo! He's jumping on the bed. He's watching black and white movies. Bop, bop, bop. It's so, soothing and whatnot, the aftershave. But when you're 8, it burns so... At the same time, the family is in the air. Oh, they made it. And Mom, she's like, we forget anything? And he's like, no, I I closed the garage door. And she's like, and he's like, well, everybody just feels like they forgot something when they're flying. And she goes, yeah. Harry, but his partner, Marv, they're the wet bandits. And they know that the McAllister house will be most empty that night. So they come poking around. He does something to throw them off. He turns on the lights. Harry's like, whoa, lights, we better get out of here. I want that VCR, but not this bad. And Marv's like, yeah. And I should mention that Buzz earlier also told everyone the tale of a creepy neighbor with a snow shovel. He said that guy murdered his whole family and turned them into salt. Catherine O'Hara is that the typey type man, and he says we can't. There's flights don't exist anymore. So they realize they don't have Kevin. They can't get home. Meanwhile, old Kevbo there, a van almost hits him. It's the wet bandits. They're still there. They're relentless. And Kevin goes, ah! And then Harry's like, hey, you gotta not be walking in the streets when I'm trying to rob VCRs, boy. And then Kevin's like, ah! So Kevin, he knows that these wet bandits are coming back at 9 o'clock. He says, this is my house. I must protect it. But before I do, I'm gonna go to church. I'm gonna make macaroni and cheese. So Kevin, he goes to church just to like center himself, you know, which I think that's cool. I appreciate. And he's sitting there and he's like, when who should sit next to him? But old shovel murders. He says, I didn't shovel murder anybody. That's all Christmas hearsay. And Kevin's like, well, you know, you're a creepy old man. I believe you. Shovel murderer had a falling out with his family. Well, Kevin says, why didn't you call him? He's like, well, I guess I'm just afraid. If I was as old as you, I'd never be afraid. That's the best fucking advice I've ever heard. I'll never fear picking up a phone again. He's like, you know what though? This church, it's great. But now would be a good time to go home and make booby traps. Kevin's like, oh, good point. He rolls out his plan of booby traps. What are those traps? Paint cans, Hot Wheels, feathers, blowtorch, BB gun, rope. He's got a lot of stuff going on. All those grown men, the wet bandits, they approach the house and they're like, hey, little kid, we know you're home alone. We're Santa's elves. Little Kevbo, he takes a BB gun and he shoots Joe Pesci right in the Pesci darts. And he goes, ah, I could have won an Oscar. Now I'm getting shot in the nards. And then Harry goes, yeah, well, at least I haven't been shot in shit. So Kevbo shoots him fucking in the face. They're like, well, we'll just go to another door. This is a house of many doors. He runs to the door and he drops his hand on it, but it's been heated by that blowtorch I mentioned. So he gets a M emblazoned upon his very hand. I said, I'm going to get him. And he runs through the door. And the second he runs to the door, the real blowtorch fucking blows his head off. Marv is like, this basement is dark as shit. I'm gonna just amble over to this. Definitely not suspicious rope. Tug on it as hard as a damn kid. I've been training for this my whole life. I'm a web bandit. He's like, pulled this rope. It totally gave. Maybe I'll wait like 15 seconds for the light to come on while I look directly up at an empty shaft. And what should come down that shaft? An iron. He falls to the floor. Whew. Upstairs, Harry is pissed off. He blasts through a door. He walks through there and he's like, oh my gosh, what is this? It's some kind of jelly. Oh, get this saran wrap out of my face. And he takes it all off, but a fan blows. He gets feathered. And that's just to show him what a dumb fuck he is. Kevin's like, a lot of these booby traps are could really kill them. But you know what I want them to feel? How hollow they are. Marv is coming through the window. He's like, about to step through a window barefoot. He steps all over a bunch of ornaments, which were made out of sharp, dangerous glass. But he's still heeling around the house. So Harry goes, hey, why are you barefoot? He goes, hey, why are you dressed like a chicken? And Kevin, who's at the top of the stairs, and he's like, you had enough or you want some more? And they go, well, he's just an 8-year-old at the top of the stairs. What could possibly happen? And that's when Kevin, he's found paint cans in the basement. They're full, mind you. I don't know how houses work, but he's tied them to ropes. Oh, man, he swings these guys. They hit the wet bandits. They go, wow! They fly all the way back. Oh, boy, they're pissed. So they run up the stairs. I'll just stand here and watch this all happen. So they run up there and they catch him. It's all over for Kevin. Harry's like, I'm gonna bite all your fingers off. Now it's not just about VCRs, it's about child fingers. And Marv's just along for the ride, so he's like, sure, I'm probably not gonna bite this kid, but if you are, I guess I'm not gonna like tattle. When who should show up? The old Christmas shovel murderer. And he shovels those fuckers. Kevin's won, you know? He wakes up on Christmas morning. He says, I'm still home alone. He adjusts the, what is it called? Stocking. Somebody comes through the door. Could it possibly be? It is Kevin. You just had to believe. She says, hey, I'm sorry. Kevin nods and he's full of magic and hope, as you are at the days of Christmas. Thank you for spending this ridiculous time with me.